Hello there, my name is Richard McMahon from the interview training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to pass a Walmart interview. So it does not matter which job you are being interviewed for with Walmart, please make sure you watch this tutorial from beginning to end because I promise to help make you the standout candidate. Now to achieve that, this is what I'm going to cover. I'm going to give you a list of Walmart interview questions that I recommend you prepare for. I will also give you example answers to help you pass your Walmart interview. I will tell you the qualities that you really must demonstrate during your Walmart interview to pass, and then I will explain where you can get access to further resources to help you be successful at your Walmart interview. So 4 really good reasons why you should stick around and watch this tutorial from beginning to end. Now, before I get into the training, a very warm welcome to this Walmart interview training tutorial. My name is Richard McMahon. That's me there in the center of the screen. I've been helping people for over 20 years now to pass their interviews, and I always do that by giving you top scoring answers you can't find anywhere else. On that basis, please make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button below the video, and then you won't miss out on any of the training videos I upload. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. And I would also very much appreciate your support if you gave the video a like, because that tells me you enjoy the content and I will therefore spend more time creating it for you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get into those Walmart interview tips, the questions and answers. So I want to start off with 5 really, really important tips for helping you pass your Walmart interview. Tip number 1, make sure you know the role well that you are applying for. And to achieve that, it's important that you read the job description and be prepared to answer questions based on what you will be required to do on a day-to-day basis within that role. So make sure you can answer the question, so you've applied for this role at Walmart, tell me what you expect to be doing on a day-to-day basis. Tip number 2, make sure you carry out plenty of research into Walmart before you go along to the interview. Now, my advice is to take a look at their LinkedIn corporate page and then take a note of their latest news stories. Now, I have put a link to the Walmart LinkedIn corporate page in the description below the video. So once we've finished the training tutorial, check that out and then take a note of the latest news stories, and that gives you something to talk about at the interview. You should also be aware of the Walmart 4 core values and how important these are to your work. I will tell you what those values are as we progress through this tutorial. Tip number 3, Walmart will use a variety of different interview questions, and these are motivational questions. Tell me about yourself, why you want to work for Walmart, what you can bring to the role, strengths and weaknesses. Research-based questions, tell me what you know about Walmart, tell me what you know about the role that you're being interviewed for, and also behavioral type interview questions. And these usually start off with, can you give me an example of when you've delivered brilliant customer service? Can you give me an example of when you worked as part of a team to complete a task? Now, with the behavioral type interview questions, you have to basically give a story and tell the interviewer about a time when you were in a specific situation where you demonstrated the qualities that are being assessed. And I will give you some sample answers to behavioral type interview questions as we progress through the tutorial. So there's 3 different type of interview questions I recommend you prepare for: behavioral, motivational, and also research based. Now think of situations that you've been in when you've worked as part of a team, provided great service, and also a time when you had to deal with a dissatisfied customer or a client. Also, this is important, make sure you use the STAR technique when answering behavioral type interview questions. I will go into a bit more detail as to what the STAR technique is as we work through the tutorial. Tip number 4. It goes without saying, but make sure you dress to impress for your Walmart interview. This is really important. Make sure you dress smart. My advice is to wear a suit, and also make sure you take with you your resume, take a notebook with you and a pen so you can take notes at the interview. And all of this shows that you are really serious about your Walmart interview. Tip number 5, have at least 3 questions to ask at the end of your Walmart interview. And again, during this tutorial, I will give you 3 really great questions to ask at the end that will impress the panel and help make you the standout candidate. So those are my 5 really important tips. You might want to watch those again, take note of them. They're simple tips, but I believe they will go a long way to helping you succeed. So let's now start working through those Walmart interview questions and the top scoring answers to help you fully prepare. So question number 1, tell me about yourself. This is a common Walmart interview question that will usually be asked right at the start of the interview. Now, the best way to answer this is to talk about the skills, the qualities, and the experience you have that are aligned to the Walmart role that you are applying for. So here's my suggested answer. I am a professional, respectful, customer-focused, and committed person who wants to work for an organisation that has strong values and ethics. I can be relied upon to provide outstanding customer service at all times, and I fully understand how important customer care is to the Walmart brand, which has been built up over many years of hard work and commitment. I believe I can bring a lot to this role here at Walmart, including great teamwork, excellent communication skills, a strong work ethic, and also a reliable, honest, and flexible approach to working. If you hire me, I feel you will see a positive return on your investment, and I promise to contribute positively to the Walmart team. So that's a great, positive, and confident answer to that first interview question, tell me about yourself. And then that sets you up for the rest of the interview with confidence. Now you can either pause the video if you want to and take note of these answers, or if you want to wait, I will tell you where you can download my full set of Walmart interview questions and high scoring answers. Question number 2, why do you want to work for Walmart? Now, most people will give an average answer to this Walmart interview question. However, this is your opportunity to give a positive, solid answer that shows you have researched the Walmart brand and also their values and ethics. And this is also your opportunity to talk about any latest news stories that you have gleaned from the LinkedIn page. Here's my suggested answer. I'd like to work for Walmart for 3 main reasons. Firstly, the 4 Walmart values are attractive to me. Service to the customer, respect for the individual, striving for excellence, and acting with integrity are all values that ring true with my own style of working. Secondly, the Walmart culture, which is created around those values, makes it one of the best places to work in America. We spend a lot of time at work, and I want to work with a group of like-minded people who are all continually improving and growing together to deliver great service to the customer. Finally, because Walmart sets high standards and supports its staff, I feel I will be able to work here for a long period of time. I'm at the stage in my life where I want long-term employment, and if I'm successful, I feel I will be able to enjoy a stable and fruitful career in a positive working environment. Now, what I like about that answer is you're not just giving one reason why you want to work for Walmart, you're giving 3 really good reasons, and that will help to make you stand out, and it shows that you've researched the organisation and you are talking about those 4 Walmart values, which in my opinion are really important. Now don't go anywhere because I've still got many questions to run through. But when you're ready, if you want to click the link in the top right hand corner of the video, it takes you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, where you can download my full set of Walmart interview questions and top scoring answers in PDF format. Let's now move on to the next Walmart interview question. How would you deal with a disgruntled customer? Now, I think this will come up at your interview. Now, there is a set process for dealing with unhappy customers. My advice is to follow my suggested 4-step process for dealing with dissatisfied customers, but also mention in your answer that you would always remember to follow your Walmart customer service training. That's really important. So here's my suggested answer. First and foremost, I would always remember to follow my customer service training that I would have received when I joined Walmart. I would always put the customer first when dealing with them. Smile, be positive, and listen to their complaint carefully. It would be important for me to quickly get to the bottom of the issue by asking clarifying questions and also apologising for any problems that may have occurred. I would also look to resolve their complaint there and then on the spot and confirm with the customer that they were satisfied with my resolution. I would then look for ways to make sure the problem did not happen again. Now, throughout my dealings with the customer, I would remember I am representing the Walmart brand and I would make sure I put their needs first. So even though you've not had any training on dealing with complaining customers at Walmart, that shows that you are putting the customer first, which in my opinion is really, really important. You're trying to resolve it and you are understanding the fact that Walmart would not be as successful as it is without happy customers. Tell me about a time when you went above and beyond to achieve a goal. So this is one of those behavioral type interview questions. They're asking us to give a specific situation. So this Walmart interview question focuses on your ability to provide great service, contribute positively to the goals of your team, and also strive to achieve excellence in your work. So make sure you use the STAR technique, when structuring your answer. So the STAR technique for answering behavioral type Walmart interview questions is situation, task, action, and result. The situation element is you tell the interviewer the situation you were faced with. You then move on and explain the task that needed to be done. You then go into detail about the action, the specific action you took to achieve the task, and you finish off with the result. And it's always important to make sure the result is positive following your actions. So whenever they say to you, can you give an example of or describe a situation when you, then there should be a prompt for you there to use the STAR technique. So in your mind, you would think STAR technique, situation, task, action, result. So let's have a look at some examples of going above and beyond what is expected, and then I will give you a suggested answer. So it includes going out of your way to help or assist a customer by providing exceptional customer service that takes more time than usual. Another example of going above and beyond is staying behind late at work at short notice because your manager or supervisor needs someone to help out. Completing a job or task that is not part of your normal job description because you want to help the team achieve its goal. That's a great example of going above and beyond what is required. And also volunteering to train up a new member of staff that has just joined the team to make sure they feel welcomed and they can carry out their work to the necessary high standards. So that's 4 examples of going above and beyond what is expected, but they're asking us to give a specific time when we've done that. So here is my suggested answer by using the STAR technique. I was working as part of a team and my manager asked for a volunteer to help out another department for a 4-week period because they were short-staffed. Now, although I was not yet aware of what I was required to do, I immediately put my hand up and I volunteered to help out. I saw it as my responsibility to help out the department as we were all working for the same organisation and towards the same goal. I also saw this as an opportunity to learn a new skill. The very next day I started working in the new department and the supervisor gave me 3 tasks to work on. Despite my lack of knowledge in the task areas, I shadowed other team members, studied the relevant manuals, and also put in the extra hours to learn how to carry out each task to the right standard. At the end of the 4-week period, I had completed all tasks successfully, and I had not only made new work friends in the process, but I also got to learn about other important aspects of the organisation, which then helped me in my usual role. So you can see there how the STAR technique is brilliant for answering behavioural type interview questions because it follows a set logical process. You're telling a story about a time when you went above and beyond to achieve a goal and also what you got from that situation. So the next Walmart interview question is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Now, the weaknesses element of this Walmart interview question is difficult to answer. Whilst it's important to be honest, my advice is to not give a weakness that is a match for the job description, because if you do, you most probably will not get hired. Here is my suggested answer. I have a number of different strengths that I can bring to this Walmart role. These include the ability to always put the customer first and an understanding that without happy customers, Walmart will not be successful. I am a hard-working person who will support my teammates, and I will promise a commitment to always improving and developing in my role. Other strengths include great attention to detail skills, honesty and integrity, and also a positive and cheery disposition. In regard to my weaknesses, I would say I'm too self-critical at times, and I tend to worry about how others may perceive me. Having said that, I am learning to value feedback that is from people I respect the most, such as my managers, and then not to worry too much about what other people think. On the plus side, I am always willing to take on board feedback with a view to improving. Now, what I like about that answer is that you are front-loading it with strengths. There's about 3 or 4 strengths in there. You are giving 1 weakness, which in my opinion is a safe weakness. It shouldn't do you any harm during your Walmart interview. So let's now take a look at some questions to ask at the end of your Walmart interview. Now, at the end of the interview, it's likely that the hiring manager or recruiter is going to say to you, do you have any questions you would like to ask? Here's 3 that I recommend you ask. What is the most important thing to remember when working as part of a team here at Walmart? So, what is the most important thing to remember when working as part of a team here at Walmart? I like that question because you are asking them, what's important to the team at Walmart? What can I do? And they might say it's supporting other team members, making sure you do your job properly, working to a high standard. The next question to ask in a Walmart interview is, what are the future plans for Walmart? And do you see online sales increasing significantly over time? That's a good question because it shows that you want to stay there for a long period of time and you're interested in the future ambitions of the company. Can you tell me the type of training I will undergo once I start working at Walmart? What type of things would I learn and how long will the training last for? So that shows you're keen to get started. So that's three questions that you could ask at the end of your Walmart interview. Now, I strongly recommend you click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. I have put on there about 27 Walmart interview questions that I recommend you prepare for. Now, of course, you're not going to get asked all of those questions, but those are the ones that I believe some of them will come up during your interview. So at least go through to the page, have a look at them. I've also put some tips on that page, further tips for helping you prepare for your Walmart interview. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. Please say hi in the comments section below. It's always good to hear from everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button because that tells me that you do like the content and I will therefore spend more time creating it for you. Thank you very much for watching and I wish you all the best for passing your Walmart interview. Have a brilliant day. Cheers.